Hi all, this is Mrs. Tracy with Coverly Ceramics Program. I'm just coming to you to talk to you a little bit about the Art for All project, which is starting March 1st. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this. It's a project where we're going to be making a piece of art together. So everyone at school is going to be making a component or piece of this artwork out of clay. And then all the pieces are going to be put together to make a really big piece of art to beautify our newly remodeled campus. So it's a mural made by hundreds of different artists. And those artists are all you guys. But what is a mural? A mural is a piece of art that's added directly onto a wall, a ceiling, or a large permanent surface. And murals are really old. They're a form of art that's existed for as long as people have been making art, expressing themselves creatively on this earth. This is a picture of a mural that historians think is one of the oldest in known existence. And it's 19,000 years old in France, in a cave in France. And murals, I love this mural because this mural really exemplifies how this art form is a picture of a community. All these hands tell us some little piece of who the people were who lived during this time. So murals tell us a story. They share with us the values and dreams of a group of people, members of a community. But what is a community? A community is a group of people who share some part of their identities with one another, like a group of people who live in the same place, attend the same school, or share common interests, characteristics, beliefs, or traditions. And murals are works of art to be enjoyed by everyone in a community. They're not private. They exist in the public. You don't have to go to a museum to see them. You can see them by car, by bike, or on your own 2 feet. And historically, they usually say something about unity or togetherness, freedom, hope, or healing, or all of those things. And all around the world, it's possible to visit murals with messages about everything from saving and protecting the environment, to fighting racism, to ending oppression. And we're really lucky in the city of Long Beach because we have hundreds of murals that you can visit or drive by. I've just chosen 3 to share with you in this video. The first one is called Unity Through Community. And you can see this one is really nice because it has all of these pieces that are so different and shapes and colors that come together in a single unifying shape, that heart. This one is called Unity Through the Strength of Diversity. And it's, besides being a really beautiful array of colors, all of the different pieces of this mural are taken from different cultures and put together to make this beautiful whole, which is exactly what the strength of diversity is. And you can see even there's in the center there, that's the title of the piece written in different languages. And this is another mural by that same artist from the previous slide, and this is called Together We Soar. And you can see in this is a great example of how murals can say something about what we value, you know, these beautiful, unique faces of children against the backdrop of a sunset. It says something about who the city of Long Beach is, and what we hope for. And these murals that I just showed you, they were all painted on a wall with a number of different kinds of paints. Ours is going to be a little bit different, as I mentioned before. It's a collaborative mosaic. Collaborative just means when we work with other people to create something. It's group work. It's fun group work. And a mosaic is an art form in which a surface is covered by small objects that fit together to create a larger design or picture. That surface can be a ceiling, a wall, a floor, a sculpture. It can be anything. And the objects that fit together, they can be anything too. Mosaics can be made out of small tiles, beans, beads, pieces of glass, shells. It can even be made out of trash. And when you look at a mosaic up close, you can see individual pieces. And from that close up, it might not even really look like a picture. It might look random or chaotic, thrown together. But when you step back from a mural or a mosaic mural, suddenly an image or a pattern appears. And communities are a lot like mosaics. It's a lot of little pieces that fit together. All the pieces are a little bit different, and they come together to make a whole that's a really beautiful big picture, large picture. And this is a mosaic mural in Long Beach. It's called Recreations of Long Beach, and it was made by a variety of different artists in 1938 during a time in the United States that's called the Great Depression, when a lot of people were out of work and couldn't find jobs and couldn't support their families or themselves, and life was very difficult during that time. And the President Roosevelt, created programs that encouraged and paid artists to make public art like this one. This is actually an example of a public work of art made by an artist under this program that President Roosevelt made or created. And so even though in 1938, when this was made, it was really difficult. Life was very difficult in Long Beach and in the rest of the United States at the time. This is a really beautifully hopeful and healing picture of people relaxing and enjoying themselves at the beach. And that's what art can do. Art's very powerful in that way, in that it can be very healing and transforming. Especially when we can make it together. So when we make art together as a community, we can tell an important story about ourselves, about who we are. We can build togetherness. We can create change, and we can make something beautiful. And there's a phrase for that, and it's called art activism. Art activism is using art to make your community even better than it already is. And so that makes you an art activist. So here's what we're making. TK, K, and first grade are making leaves. That's at the top of the picture there. Second and third grade are making flowers. That's just down below those leaves. Fourth and fifth grade are making butterflies. And then down at the bottom there, sixth through eighth grade are going to be making birds. And that means that this artwork, if everyone is able to participate, is going to be made up of close to 1,000 pieces of ceramic tiles. And it's all going to be coming together into a larger assembled work. And so it's a little bit different than when you make artwork at home or you make artwork at school and then you get to keep it. This project is like when you make something for someone else. It's like a gift, because you're going to be putting part of yourself into this mosaic piece, expressing yourself creatively through this mosaic piece that you're making, and then you're giving it to the school. And it's going to become part of our permanent campus, our newly remodeled, beautiful campus that we're going to get to enjoy eventually together again. And this is what it's going to look like when it's all assembled. This is the inspiration mural that was made by elementary students in Tennessee. And ours is a little bit different. They're at this school, their mascot is a tiger. And ours is going to be, instead of that tiger face over on the right hand corner of the screen, ours is going to be a bear cub. All right. And what makes this mosaic so wonderful and special this year is that we're coming together to make it even at a distance, right? This has been a really hard year, and we hope that making something beautiful that expresses who we are as a community is going to give us hope until the time when we can be all together again in person. And in the future, we can look back on this artwork at school and remember how we got through a year that was like no other, where we were separated from each other in distance, but not in spirit. And the other inspiration for the mural comes from a book called Who is the Beast? It's about a tiger in the jungle community he lives in. And so I hope what he and his fellow jungle animals learn in this book helps you learn a little bit about what it means to be part of your Cubberley community and how we can make it better together. We have a special mystery reader who's going to be sharing this book with you. So don't forget to click on that video link to hear that reading. Play for the project is going to be available at Cubberley and Monroe. Cubberley you'll be able to get TK through 5th grade clay, and at Monroe you're going to be able to get the 6th through 8th grade clay. Starting March 1st through March 19th, all of the clay for the different pieces and different grades weighs a different amount. It's not all the same. So even if you're in middle school, don't head over to Cubberley and grab whatever bag is in that box, because it won't be enough. It won't weigh enough for you to be able to make your bird. So make sure you grab the right clay for your grade level. Students and families can pick up clay and drop it off on weekdays during the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. window. But even if you are a Monroe student, all finished pieces, when you're done making your mosaic piece, regardless of what grade you're in, they're all going to be dropped off at Cubberley, because the Cubberley campus is where our ceramic kilns are, and that's how the pieces are going to be fired into their permanent form. So please make sure you drop off finished stuff at Cubberley and not at Monroe. Everything you need to know about our Art for All mosaic mural can be found on the Cubberley School website, where you found this slideshow. There's videos and handouts posted there to help you along the way. Thanks to Cubberley Ceramics, the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, and our local Walmart at the Long Beach Town Center, who helped sponsor and make possible this super cool project. I really look forward to seeing what you make. Take care of yourself and take care of one another.